Hello everybody, welcome to this episode of Survival Guys, and today I'm going to be showing you 8 essential survival pieces. So yeah, let's get started. So number 8 is paracord. So you can use paracord to hang up a tarp, so you can make a shelter. You can use paracord to hang up your backpack, so animals can't get to it. You can use paracord to pull stuff, I guess. Like if you need help making like a pulley type thing and lift stuff, I guess you could use paracord for that. It's kind of like hanging up your backpack. You can use it, throw it over a branch, and yeah, so that's number 8. And this is not in any particular order, and greatest to least. Okay, number 7, the whistle. I'm not gonna blow it right now because I am currently in my house and it's gonna echo loudly, but you can blow 3 times if you're the one lost, and 2 times if you're the one searching for somebody, for people to know that you're looking for them, and so they can know that people are there. Yeah, so you can use that. You can use whistles to help help people know where you are. You can help other people know that you're looking for them. And you can use them for like SOS. And it's kind of basically almost the same thing. So yeah, that's 7. Number 6, the spork. You are going to use the spork a lot when you eat, probably. I especially like the spork because a spork is like a spoon and a fork just squished together. And so there's like the spoony part, and then there's the fork part up here. So you can grab stuff, eat, and you can also scoop stuff up and eat. I like this one because it's got some it's got a whistle at the end. So that can help like the other whistle. This whistle also is take offable, so you can blow like without holding the fork, and also this whistle is also a cap cover thing over the knife. There's a knife under here, and you can use it to fish. You can use it to cut your meat. So it's like a fork, spoon, knife thing. And of course, always be careful. And if you do accidentally cut yourself, we've got a first aid kit. So you can bandage yourself up. But the first aid kit's not going to be a piece here because first aid kit, most valuable piece, we'll do that in a different video. And yeah, there's also these string holes, so you can tie it with your paracord and throw it into a river and stab something, like a fish or something, and you can use them to fish. Yeah, so that's number 6. Number 5, gloves. You are going to use gloves for a lot of things. You're going to want to use gloves for a lot of things. You can use them to, if you're hiking, that way you don't get blisters or splinters. If you have a walking stick with you, you can use them like if you're using a knife, so safety protection. Yeah, and of course, be careful with the knife if you use a knife at all. You can use them to like kind of, you can use, I wouldn't use them as a hot pad, but they can kind of help. They're not hot pads, just so you know. Like, don't use them as hot pads. But if you're gonna get like a stick and use that to take off your pot or something, you can use them that way, so it helps provide better grip. And also if you're climbing something like a tree to see what your coordinates, like where are you and stuff, you can help. It'll help. That way you don't get splinters and stuff. And yeah. And also they're better on rope. If you have rope to like get out of a ditch, like a little ledge, get over the cliff, that way it doesn't burn your hands. So yeah, that's number 5. 8, 7, 6, 5. Yeah. Okay. And that brings us to the knife. This has a little carabiner effect to it, so I can clip it to my pants. I can clip it to my first aid kit. That way I can do this. See, right here, you can push it in. And of course, be very, 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 very careful with the knife, because if you cut yourself, that's bad. But you should, if you have a knife, before you own a knife, you should have a first aid kit. That way, if you cut yourself, you can just bandage it up. And, like I said, you can use gloves to help with the knife. Provides better grip sometimes. That way, if you accidentally cut yourself, it won't cut it as bad, or hopefully it doesn't cut it at all. And then yet if it does, you have your first aid kit. So kids, be very careful. Even adults, be careful with knives, because they have sharp blades at the end, and I bet you all probably have knives. Like your mom probably has a knife in the kitchen or something that she uses to cut like vegetables with. And you know that knife is sharp. Stay away from those. It doesn't have to be a survival knife. If you are not trained, you should not do it without, kids, you should not be doing it without supervision. You know, like adult close by. Unless if there are no adults, just be very careful. Just try to do it with safety. Okay, now number 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Okay, number 3, a compass. If you do not know how to use a compass, it's at the end of the video. It'll be in the top left of your screen, right on mine arm, like up here. It should be up here. How to use a compass. So you should watch that. If you don't know how to use a compass, check that video out. You can find your coordinates. You can put your bearing somewhere and go that way. If you know that your house is south or east or west or north, you should be able to kind of know. Always, you're going to want to keep your compass flat so you can use this. This one's not the best quality compass, but it's not the worst quality compass. I have another one that's pretty bad, but I use this one instead. My brother Kenneth, you remember him, actually has a compass bigger and better quality than this. I think he used it in the compass video. So that one is bigger than this one, just so you know. And you can hang this compass around your neck. That way you can just walk around. And if you have to like run or something, that way you don't have to stick it in your pocket and it won't accidentally fall off. You can just walk and it shouldn't come off. Yeah. Oh, fun fact. If you do not know your north, south, west, and east. I memorize it by never eat soggy waffles. So NESW. North, east, southwest. So yeah, that helps. Number 2, a water bottle. You might think, how is a water bottle a survival piece? But it is. You can, not only you should be filling up your water bottle before you go, but if it does end up being empty and if you're near a creek, you can fill it up, purify it first though, and then you can drink, and then it's kind of like a little container. You can store like soup in there if you have like some soup that you want to take along. There are some better kinds. This is just a normal water bottle. There are other kinds. My brother has one that has like a little cup, 2 cup things at the top, so you can use that, and you can pour water into it. Yeah, you can kind of boil it, use the water to boil it, but I probably recommend a pot. Okay, number 1. It's not technically the most important out of all of these things, but it is good. If you don't know how to purify your water, you should watch our video about it. If you don't have the equipment to purify your water, you can use the Life Straw. So it doesn't store water. You can't store water with a Life Straw, but you can, if you're near a creek, all you can do is just simply put your mouth to it, open the caps, suck as hard as you possibly can, blow out stuff, and it should be good water. You might want to change the filter if yours is getting bad. It can get moldy probably. So if you don't know how to use that, check out this video in the top left at the end of the video. And yeah, so this is number 1, the most important water object, I guess you should say. Like, you don't need a cloth you don't need a cloth and a fire to purify it. You don't need to purify it to put it in your water bottle. You can just use it. This is mine currently. All this stuff is mine. It's good. Yeah. Kenneth has his own. If you don't have one of these, I'd recommend you getting one before you go camping or something. I mean, you don't have to if it's just casual camping, like at a campground type thing. But if you go like, these are good for backpacking. If you know there's a creek up, and if you're going backpacking and your site is gonna be near a creek, you don't have to pack water and stuff. You can just pack these things, and they take up barely any space in your backpack. So yeah, so number 1, and kind of a bonus, is the first aid kit. You're gonna want a first aid kit with the sport, the gloves, I guess, if you're doing like firework with it. Oops. Yeah. Knives. You're gonna want a first aid kit. You can use a first aid kit for about anything with this, and your first aid kit should always be full. If it's not full, I recommend buying new supplies for it. You know, like Band-Aids, cream, sunscreen, Q-sticks, stuff like that. Fill your stuff up. So yeah, quick review. The Life Straw, you're going to want to use it to get water, purify it. Life Straw, if you don't necessarily know what that means, it's like filter. It filters your water, and it's life. Like, you can, life-saving. It's a life-saving straw, just a bigger one. Water bottle, you can store water in it. Soup. Yeah. Compass, you can find where you are at and where you're going. Knife, be careful. But you can use it to cut. I guess this isn't a flaying knife. If you have a flaying knife, you can. I guess you could. If this is all you have, you can use it to cut open like a fish or something and get all the bones and stuff out. And you're gonna want to use the gloves either way, probably. Even if it's just for the knife, you're probably gonna want to use them for the fish. You're not really gonna want all that disgusting stuff on it. Be careful with that. Gloves. Be careful with gloves, but not as much be careful with gloves. You're safer with gloves. They can help you be careful with knives, I think is what I'm trying to say here. Like, it won't cut as bad if you get it. Whistle, you can use it to find other people, like whistling, and they can respond. You can help people know that they're not the only one out there. You can use that to you can use them for SOS and stuff like that. Spork, again, gloves, you probably are going to use gloves. I guess if you're just eating with the cap on, you're fine. But if you're going to use the knife, you're probably going to want to use gloves. And yeah, and the whistle at the end, that's good. So you don't technically need the whistle if you have the spork, spork with the cap whistle effect at the end. But I'd still get one just in case if you lose the cap for it. If you lose this whistle, you have this. So yeah, the paracord, remember you can use them to help bring up your shelter, hang your backpack, and yeah. And bonus, first aid kit, pretty amazing. #1 survival piece. So yeah, check out this video. I guess you could just check out this video while you're at it. Oh yeah, and don't forget to subscribe, and share, and like, and maybe watch our videos over and over. And we'll see you on our next adventure.